People, when arrives here and sees the reality of China, they feel that it's not what they were expecting. Like, for example, my mom, of course, we're talking about an almost 60 years old person. And after she arrived in China, we were in Beijing, Shanghai, and Suzhou. And she was amazed about all the things that she was doing because she wasn't expecting to see like the buildings in Shanghai, to see the Forbidden City with the civic center. After that, you know, like the tradition and the modernism of the country, it's really stunning. And it is something that lots of people doesn't know that exists here in China. And I would like to point out, like, for example, my mom and my brother, that they came here, they were shocked by how technology is part of like daily life in China. I think that's also part of the culture because people and culture are like daily life, right? We were in a hotel in Shanghai and we ordered something. And then it came a really cute robot to send the food. And my mom opened the door and she was like, how do I do this? Like, you know, like, what's this? What's going on? And then I showed her, like, she took the screen, he took out the meal, and then the robot left. And my mom closed the door and she came back to me and she was like, can we order something more? I will just order one back.
I want the robot back.
Yeah, I want the robot back. And at the next day, before we leaving the hotel, she took a picture with the robot. I think that is also a cultural difference because we're living in here and we're used to that. We see robots, we see technology everywhere. But for my mom that came from Spain, she was like shocked to see how technology is in our daily life in here.
Mm-hmm. Well, I also work in inbound before, so also former clients, let's say, and only when they visit the old town of Pingyao,
Shanxi province.
Exactly, in Shanxi province. Okay, this is the China I was imagining in my mind.
Oh,
This is what I thought it was. And then they see like all the development and also that China for me is a land of contrast. So you can see the old Hutong in Beijing and then next to it you have the area of Pomao full of skyscrapers and how they combine together in harmony. It's definitely quite unique.
right.
Do you mind if I add something?
Yeah, of course.
Because what you just said is something that my mom said in Qianmen Dajie. When we arrived in Qianmen Dajie in Beijing, she was like, okay, this is what I was expecting.
Yeah.
But we came from the band in Shanghai, you know. She was like seeing all the skyscrapers and all the lightings, and then she arrived in Qianmen and she was like, okay, this was China for me.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting that there.
Oh, so that's also a kind of stereotype. That is being portrayed in international media. And people who haven't come to China, they would think that China is this ancient country with this old civilization. But China is definitely more than that.
Yes.